So, you have a movie for me?
I am a collector.
Australian legends.
Funny segments.
And go.
What's up everyone, it's Adam from FWCI, and I was not going to wait on this one here, the Spider-Man No Way Home pitch meeting. This is going to be a big one. Obviously, spoilers ahead. If you haven't seen this movie, do not watch this video yet. Go see it in the cinemas. This is going to be cinema history in my opinion. I'm pretty sure this is going to smash all the endgame box office records. This movie is going to be something historic, I believe. So go back and watch it. It's an amazing movie. With that being said, we're going to have a look at the Spider-Man No Way Home pitch meeting from Ryan George. I'm also going to have a chat afterwards about the movie in general, so some more spoiler talk and stuff like that, so hang around for that too. But before we get into all that, what does Aussie pitch meeting guy think about Spider-Man No Way Home? So, have you got a Spider-Man movie for me? Yes sir, I do. 3 in fact. I figure we use this whole multiverse thing to bring Toby and Andrew back as Spider-Man and we can have our own real-life Spider-Verse. Whoa, that sounds like a lot. I mean, that's gonna be... It's a Doctor Strange movie as well. As well? And it's basically an episode of Daredevil too. Netflix Daredevil? That's alright. Is that it? There's also a scene with Tom Hardy's Venom. Go on. And a Doctor Strange trailer at the end as well. Okay, well, there might be a origin movie for Ned the Sorcerer. You finished? We also set up Venom in the MCU. Are you done? I'm done. Well, actually, what are your thoughts on doing the Amazing Spider-Man 3? I had to just whip that one up before I did this video because I have a funny feeling this is going to be a very popular video. So subscribe if you're new to the channel. When you laugh out loud, if you give it the old hee-hees, hit the like button. It helps the channel a lot. That sounded awkward. But let's check out the pitch meeting for Spider-Man No Way Home. Spoilers ahead.
So, you have a Spider-Man sequel for me?
Yes, sir, I do. The third entry in the, I guess, home trilogy.
Yeah, it seems like we decided that was a thing at a certain point. So what happens in this movie?
Well, now,
Everything's home.
famous because Mysterio revealed his identity in the last movie, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so his world's turned upside down. The media's all over him and his friends. That Flash guy writes a whole book about it.
Oh boy.
And there are also some legal troubles involved, so they get...
Alright, before it gets any further into it, I have a very funny feeling that we're going to hear a lot of plot holes surrounding Doctor Strange's spell for everybody to forget Peter Parker. And rightly so, because I got a lot of questions about that too.
They get Matt Murdock in. Charlie Cox. He's from the Netflix show.
Yeah, he is. Oh boy, doesn't get much crazier than that.
Oh, you have no idea.
Well, that's rude.
No, I have idea. No, because sir, check this out. I was thinking we get Andrew Garfield to come in as Spider-Man from another universe.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, he's great.
Okay, I was expecting a bigger reaction than that, but also, we get Tobey Maguire in as Spider-Man 2.
Good actor. Sure.
What?
Sir, Tobey Maguire.
I did love Seabiscuit. That was great.
No.
Seabiscuit is tight.
Sir, they both played Spider-Man before.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, in other movies.
God.
I guess I missed those.
Really?
I mean, I have no recollection, but the movie will still work, right?
What? The movie
guess.
is still
Okay,
work.
great. So let's hear it.
Okay, I mean, I was hoping we could get Alfred Molina to come in as Doc Ock.
Oh, he was fantastic in Chocolat.
Okay, no, you know what, sir? I'm gonna need you to go watch 5
Chocolat.
Spider-Man movies real quick, okay?
Oh, really?
Yeah, the impact. None of this is gonna land the way I wanted to if you haven't watched those 5 movies.
5 movies. Okay. All right.
Please, you gotta do it. You gotta do it.
Plus the 20 from the MCU as well.
So, what did you think? Yeah, I mean, some of that was great. What was that old jazz thing about, though? Oh, we don't need to talk about that. Okay, now listen to this. I'm thinking we get Willem Dafoe back as Green Goblin. Oh, he's from the first movie. Oh, there's the reaction I'm going for. I was also thinking we get Thomas Hayden Church back as Sandman and Rhys Ifans back as Lizard. Well, he's from the third movie, and he's from the first movie of the rebooted movies. That's right, and also Jamie Foxx as Electro. He's from the second movie of the rebooted movies. He sure is, sir. They're all from the other movies. Amazing. Hey, what about James Franco? Should we get him back? Dane DeHaan? Well, okay then. So what happens in the movie? Well, okay, so it turns out that being the most famous person in the world has kind of ruined Peter and MJ and Ned's chances of getting into MIT. Oh, okay. And so Peter feels bad, so he goes to see Doctor Strange to ask him to cast a spell to make everybody forget he's Spider-Man. And how does that go? Oh, not well, sir. See, he starts the spell, but then Peter keeps asking for little changes to it, like he wants MJ to remember him. So Doctor Strange takes a minute to just talk it through. No. God, no. Why not? So the movie can happen. Oh, okay, gotcha. So the spell gets messed up, and then people from other universes that know that Peter Parker is Spider-Man start popping into this universe. Wait, did Electro know that Peter Parker was Spider-Man? No, he didn't. So, okay. So eventually Peter's gonna capture all these villains.
When I went and saw this movie, as soon as Jamie Foxx was on the screen, like, just being Jamie Foxx, I was like, I forgot how awesome, hilarious an actor he actually is. So the fact that they took some liberties with Electro, I don't know, it would have been cool to see him with the terrible comb over and all that as well, but Jamie Foxx as Electro is not a complaint of this movie.
Villains, and they're gonna kind of recap each other's movies to each other, a bunch of inside jokes for fans. Very fun. And then Doctor Strange makes this box that'll send everybody back to their universes. Oh, great. But the thing is, they all got zapped over here pretty much right before they died, so Peter's like, well, we have to help them. We can't just send them to die. Oh. But Doctor Strange says no, so Peter steals the box, and then Doctor Strange brings him into the mirror dimension, which he controls. Oh man, it's gonna be tough for Peter to beat Strange in there. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh,
Geometry?
really? Yeah, cause see, math? Oh, math. Yeah, math. That works, kinda. So what else is gonna happen? Well, there's kind of this consensus on the internet that everybody's tired of seeing Uncle Ben die in Spider-Man projects. That does seem to happen a lot. Yeah, so I figure we don't do that. Right, and instead we kill Aunt May. Oh my god, yeah, Green Goblin's gonna blow her up, and right before she dies, she's gonna tell Peter, with great power must also come great responsibility. Yeah, that lesson just doesn't carry the same weight without one of your parents' siblings violently dying. Very true, sir. So anyway, then Ned is gonna use Doctor Strange's sling ring to try and open a portal to get Peter. And that's a thing he can do? Yeah, we're gonna throw in a line about him having magic in his family, so he can do portals now. Wow, okay, so we're just kind of crapping on Doctor Strange's abilities in this movie a little bit, huh? A little, yeah. Well, okay then. And so then these portals open, and that's how these other Peter Parkers come in, the ones played by Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, it's gonna be very nostalgic, sir. So I guess they each get like a cameo line, like a little jokey thing. Oh no, they're like in the movie now. Oh, they are? Yeah, full-on characters with effects on the plot and everything. Okay, well that's not usually how these things go. Yeah, no, well see, this movie is kind of a love letter to the Spider-Man movies and their fans. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Yeah, a massively lucrative showcase of our intellectual property. Yeah, okay, the first thing you said sounded a lot more romantic though. Cashing in on nostalgia, but done right. You had it the first time. Oh, okay, gotcha. So does Ned keep making portals? No, he stops at 2. I mean, why not keep trying? They could get Tom Holland. They could see how many Spider-Mans they can get. The scene has served its purpose, sir. We gotta move on. Oh, okay. So anyway, then eventually all the Spider guys are gonna get together and do some science to make cures for the bad guys. Very cool. And then there's gonna be this big fight where they try to cure them all. Amazing. Man, it's gonna be a little hard to keep track of which Spider-Man's which during the big fight, huh? Actually, yeah, a little. All right, and so eventually Tom Holland is so mad that he's about to kill Green Goblin. Oh boy. But Tobey Maguire steps in and stops him using nothing but his wise face, and then he gets stabbed. Oh no, is he okay? Oh. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, he's all right. All right. It was kind of rude of you emotionally, Well, so none of their spidey senses went off when he was about to get stabbed? No, because they were having a moment. Spidey senses don't work if you're having a moment. Oh, good to know. So then it looks like all these other people are about to come in from other dimensions. It's about to be nuts. Oh no. So Tom Holland, Peter, has Doctor Strange cast a new spell where everybody forgets about Peter Parker entirely. Oh, very selfless. It is. So then all the villains get sent back to their universes, all cured and whatnot. Are they being sent back to just a second before they're killed? Yeah, Yeah, maybe. So anyway, then it's all very sad for Tom Holland's Spider-Man because MJ and Ned don't remember him. Oh, that's sad. Yeah, and he's about to go explain the whole situation to them, but then he realizes they're probably better off without him in their lives. Very sad. It is, yeah. So he's got to get an apartment all by himself and start over. So he still has like a social security number, like the government still remembers him. Birth certificate?
No,
Maybe. What
I
happens
guess
with all the videos and news reports about him being Spider-Man? I guess the memory spell works on computer memory also. What about Flash's book that he wrote? Okay, look, sir, I'm gonna need you to get all the way off my back about this memory spell, okay? We're going for a clean slate kind of thing here. Oh, okay, let me get off of that thing. Thanks. So what do you think? Oh, it sounds like a really good time, you know? How are we gonna market this without spoiling all this crazy stuff? Leaks? Oh, leaks, yeah, that'll work. Let's do that.
Oh, really? Well, as I was saying, I reckon this is gonna, well, it did beat the opening day box office, but I reckon it's gonna become the highest grossing movie of all time. I'm definitely gonna go see it again. This movie was out of control, man. Like the Spider-Man world, I always kind of looked at Spider-Man and Batman as really being the MVPs of Marvel and DC. You'd think it would be like Captain America and Superman or, you know, whatever. But I always thought Spider-Man and Batman were like the ones because they had the most interesting group of people around them. The villains were interesting, the allies were interesting. Like, it was just a good... It wasn't about the one character, it was about everything that sort of came with it. And I think giving us a Spider-Verse movie this true to the source material is awesome. I don't understand why it took so long for them to acknowledge a multiverse. I would have been fine if when they, brought out Iron Man 1, if they were like, well, this is a multiverse thing and, you know, Fantastic Four and all that, they're in a different multiverse. Like, I would have been fine with them to just completely go that way from, you know, the start. And the Netflix series is the best example of that as well. Like, that should have just been like its own, you know, universe, and you could have had it more connected with the MCU and stuff like that. But I still enjoy the Netflix series, especially Jessica Jones. I was hoping that we're going to see Jessica Jones show up in the MCU, but it was really cool to see Matt Murdock, especially using his, abilities to grab the brick that comes through the window. That was pretty sweet. Aunt May dying was tragic, very, very tragic. I thought it was going to be Happy. I thought Happy was going to die, to be honest. I was really worried about him going in, but I was caught off guard when it was Aunt May. When the three Peters are all hanging around, I loved how self-aware they were of, you know, what people think and know about those original movies. Like, if you go back and look at my reactions to The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, that whole time, I'm like, and like, this Spider-Man is an arsehole. Like, he's got anger problems, he's, you know, needlessly sort of, you know, vengeful and aggressive in some scenes, and just not a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Like, he was out for vengeance kind of thing. And, They acknowledge that in this movie. He talks about not pulling his punches or whatever. Like, I love the fact that they really, you know, reached into the DNA of those old movies to find something to really connect it to what's going on now so that we could get like a true update of what's been going on. Like, we learned a lot about what Peter 2 and Peter 3, which, by the way, that Peter 3, like, that line cracked me up a lot. But we found out a lot about what these guys have been up to in the meantime, and I think this is a very rare opportunity for a movie to come out like this. The actors are still in, you know, good enough shape to come and pull this off. Those universes were so separate. There's never really been like the call for this kind of thing until recently, and everything came together. Props to Andrew Garfield for really stealing the show, I reckon, as Peter 3. Tobey Maguire was, you know, very Peter Parker-like in this. It was eerie how well they sort of picked up those characters. I really did enjoy the scene with Ned's grandma when they come through the thing and she's like, hey, can you get that spider web up there? And they actually show him like crawling like the spider web away. The humor in this movie was fantastic. Like I say, the humor was good. The heart and the drama and everything was just as good as well. Jamie Foxx's Electro, again, feels a bit inconsistent, but I mean, if you have the opportunity to put Jamie Foxx in a movie, you'd do it. And he added to it. The line about him talking to Peter, and he's like, man, the reason that I didn't like you, I thought, you know, Queens, you know, you only help poor people. I was sure you had to be black. That line absolutely killed me. It seems, again, very out of character from what, you know, Max, whatever his name is, with Max Power, was like in Spider-Man 2. But he added to the movie. It didn't take anything away. The villains all had their moments. Green Goblin was particularly heinous. Like, he's responsible for, you know, nearly causing a lot of chaos there. So Green Goblin's feeling almost like the Joker in that aspect. Like, do we have many Marvel villains that just want straight up anarchy? I don't know if we do. Maybe the Green Goblin, it would be a good fit for that kind of thing. But the after credit scene was fantastic as well, with Eddie Brock sitting there. I kind of wish we got more of him in the movie, to be honest. And now he's faded back to his own universe too, so that kind of sucks that we didn't get to see more interaction between Peter Parker and Eddie Brock, Tom Hardy in this movie. And then obviously the after credit scene was basically a trailer for Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange, which is actually coming up pretty soon, early next year. Yeah, that movie's gonna get wild. I think they did a great job in this movie of not making the multiverse thing seem confusing or overwhelming. Like, this was really a good introduction to that world, and I hope in Multiverse of Madness we do get Jessica Jones. I hope we do get Coulson and the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I hope we do get, you know, Chris Evans in there as, you know, the Human Torch from the Fantastic Four. Like, that would be amazing. Like, imagine Captain America, well, I guess we can't because Cap's an old man now, but imagine like young Cap and Human Torch. Well, I guess we can still have that because multiverse, like face to face, and they're both Chris Evans. Like, oh, okay, well, so then what happened here? Like, I don't know how that would work, but I think that would be, you know, a real nice touch. But I enjoyed Spider-Man No Way Home so much. Again, if you went and saw it in the movies, what was your experience like? I went on opening day and there was, I think, 3 or 4 like cheers from the audience. There was a cheer when we saw Matt Murdock. There was a cheer when Matt Murdock grabbed the brick. And then there was a cheer for each of the other Spider-Man. And like a loud cheer as well. Like, people were going off. It was... yeah, it was a fun night out at the movies, for sure. But thank you for checking out my review. Thank you for checking out the pitch meeting and the pitch meeting sketch at the beginning. If you liked any of these and you haven't hit like already, do that now before the video runs out. And as always, everyone, be well, stay safe, look after your friends. See you in the next video. Peace.